Good day everyone and welcome to NQA Law Channel, your legal ally, where we share relevant information for your daily protection. Welcome to the last week of March 2026. Today we will be discussing one of the more relevant topics, especially that we are approaching this Thursday and Friday's National Public Transport Strike. So this coming Thursday, March 26 to March 27, groups like Piston and Nadibela type initiatives are upholding a nationwide strike in the light of the rising fuel prices as well as other points of negotiation with the government. So what should we expect? Of course, fewer rides and backup transport is a must. So please prepare, leave early, make sure that you have contingencies for backup rides, and perhaps consider working from home. So, to our dear viewers, we of course know that one of the purposes of NQA Law Channel is to spread awareness and understanding of relevant information that we need to protect ourselves daily. And in the light of the nationwide public transport strike, we need to understand where we are right now. We need to understand what are these emergency powers granted to the President of the Philippines that we hear in the news. So what is this called emergency powers granted to the President? We can find legal basis about this in the 1987 Constitution. So there, you can see that emergency powers can be granted to the President if the Congress authorizes it, defines its scope, and sets limitations and its duration. Usually during the times when there is a war, during national emergencies, and severe economic crises, such as the present. That is why we are talking about this right now. So at present, may emergency powers na ba ang Presidente? Bakit kailangan mag-declare ng emergency powers? Very close to this question is the fact that there is a necessity to at least suspend excise taxes on fuel in the light of rapidly rising fuel prices. So bakit kailangang bigyan ng emergency powers ang President bago siya makapag-suspend ng excise taxes on fuel? Yung fuel excise tax ay galing sa Tax Reform Act or yung train law. Long name is Tax Reform for Acceleration and Inclusion Law. At may kondisyon doon yung pag-suspend ng fuel excise tax. Pwede lang isuspend ang excise tax kung ang global oil price umaabot sa $80 per barrel at naka-average iyon for 3 consecutive months. This is what we call the global oil price threshold under our train law. The basis of the $80 per barrel is Dubai crude oil. At this point, it is in fact has reached $100 per barrel. But the second condition of it being able to maintain such rise in prices on a 3-month rolling average remains to be seen, because this has only been ongoing for in more or less weeks or almost a month. Dahil mahirap ma-meet ang condition ng train law, gumawa ang Kongreso ng panukalang batas, right now known as House Bill number 8418, with the purpose of giving President Marcos the authority to suspend fuel excise taxes kahit hindi umabot sa $80 threshold on a 3-month rolling condition specified in our train law. Na-certify na rin ito as urgent para mapabilis ang proseso. Pero ito ang pinaka-importanting part. Naipasa na ang House Bill 8418 sa House, pero sa Senate, hindi pa tapos ang proseso. At ayon sa konstitusyon, walang emergency powers kung walang batas. So as of now, wala pang emergency powers, wala pang legal basis para isuspend ang excise tax outside the train law. So that is where we are now. And I think that would be one of the more salient subjects of this coming Thursday and Friday's national strike in public transportation. So we hope that we have helped you, we have kept you abreast with the current events. It is important always to know your rights and know your limits. Again, this is Attorney Nea Piatron of NQA Law Channel. See you in our next episode, and God bless everyone.